everybody. I'm recording from my lovely unmade bed because I'm pregnant and I just don't feel like standing up anymore today. I've had a lot of questions on like pregnancy and weight gain and how are you feeling and all these questions, so I thought I would make a quick video and just talk about that a little bit. So I'm 32 weeks pregnant, and so I don't have too much longer to go. My belly is huge, as you can see, and I really feel really good. I did have some high blood pressure for a couple weeks because of the extreme heat here in Nashville. It's like 100 degrees every day, so I did have that problem, but I really had a pretty great pregnancy so far. Besides, I'm tired, and I had to take off my wedding bands because my hands are so swollen, so I had to take my ring off, which was sad. And I'm hormonal just like everyone else. Everyone wants to know what I'm eating, what I'm craving. Sadly enough, I haven't really had a lot of crazy cravings. The only thing that's been really hard for me is I'm used to eating a certain way, so I eat, a lower carbohydrate diet, even though I do eat good carbs. But like, we eat broccoli 3 or 4 times a week. Well, broccoli makes me absolutely crazy sick. Like, cannot stomach broccoli or the smell. Broccoli, asparagus, a few things. So I'm really trying to stay as healthy as possible. I've gained 21.5 pounds so far, which is pretty good considering I have a while to go. I feel like I've gained them all right here. So I'm really proud of myself in that aspect. However, to be honest, when I look in the mirror, I feel like a huge blob. And I know you can't really say that because you're pregnant. It's supposed to be this beautiful time, but I haven't felt, to be honest, the most beautiful I've ever felt in life. And everyone kind of says that, and everyone says you're glowing and all this kind of stuff. And when you look in the mirror, like, I don't feel that way. I feel big, I feel tired, I feel out of breath. I have these gargantuan boobs, and I just feel, even though I've done really great on my weight gain, even Jillian was like, you look so good, da 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 da, and I was just kind of like, I have a hard time taking that compliment, which I know is not really fair, but I feel like a lot of women that are pregnant don't talk about this part because it's supposed to be this loving, joyous time. And when you're walking around and your face is, look at my hands, like my face and my hands are so swollen. When I smile, my eyes disappear. My feet are swollen. I'm wearing, I've never worn Birkenstocks in my life, nothing wrong with Birkenstocks. I'm wearing them every single day right now, right? And I know I'm giving birth in a couple weeks, so, I'm kind of at the end, but still, I haven't felt the most glamorous, and I want people I want people to understand that, and I want people to be realistic when they're pregnant, because it's okay to say that you might not feel the most beautiful that you've ever felt, I mean, I'm used to having really, my arms look fine now, but I'm used to having like really muscular arms, and I've lost a lot of muscle because, you can't really, well, for my body, working out has been really difficult while I've been pregnant, and although I've kept it up, I've been really just walking and doing pregnancy yoga and just doing some lighter things. Haven't been deadlifting, haven't been doing my kettlebell swings like I normally do and all that kind of stuff. So that part's been hard mentally. However, I know I get a baby at the end of this, and that's why I'm so thankful and so grateful, but I find that I feel like I can't complain about certain things because people are like, oh, you're just so fortunate to be able to be pregnant and all this kind of stuff. And I wanted to really talk about that because I feel like I felt the same way when I was overweight. Like, when I would complain, people would say, oh, well, weight gain isn't everything and this and that. But I do feel like you should be able to talk about these things in your journey. So I've gained 21 pounds. I still have about 6 to 7 weeks, possibly 8 weeks to go. So I know that I have some time, and I'm going to gain a little bit more. So that's been kind of scary, and my doctor has been great. She's like, you're doing so good on your weight gain. I'm so proud of you. But also, it's been hard for me to watch the scale go up. I'm not going to lie about that at all because that's just the truth. So I did want to talk about that, and I wanted to kind of bring that to light. Also, I feel extremely pressured to breastfeed, and I'm going to try to breastfeed, but I have very large mammaries, and my doctor has told me that a lot of women that have a lot of breast tissue and that have big breasts have a hard time breastfeeding, and I feel this enormous amount of pressure. That's like the first question everyone asks me, are you going to breastfeed? And I'm like, I'm going to try, but if I can't, I don't want to be so let down and so upset that I feel like I'm not going to bond with my baby or something. So I have felt pressure when it comes to that. Of course, I felt pressure for weight gain too. And although I'm not counting my calories exactly, I have tried to eat as healthy as I possibly can. I'm a person that has trouble with fluid even when I'm not pregnant, so I have had quite a bit of swelling the past couple months. I've been tested negative for preeclampsia, so that's been fine. But I wanted people to know that sometimes you don't feel your best pregnant, and sometimes not your best, but you don't feel like you look your best, obviously. I'm not one of those twigs thin girls who doesn't have any boobs and no hips, and when they're pregnant they just look like they're holding a basketball. No, I look pregnant. You know, I look pregnant from the front, I look pregnant from the back. Now I've been totally honest in all the photos I've taken. I've tried to take very full body shots, you know, full belly shots, and have been honest about that. But when I look in the mirror, it feels like, it looks like, I feel like I've gained 40 or 50 pounds, even though I've really done well with the 21, or probably 22 by now. So that part's been hard, and I know I'm gonna get some flack for this video, and that's totally fine. But I wanna feel like I can say, I'm so excited about being pregnant, I'm so excited about having a baby, but I haven't felt the most glamorous I've ever felt being pregnant. I look in the mirror and I see this really round face, and it reminds me of a time when my face was permanently like this, you know? And so, I am very excited, like I said, and I'm very fortunate to have my baby's very healthy. He's also 1.25 pounds ahead of schedule and 1.5 inches ahead of schedule, so we know he's not going to be a tiny tot. I weighed, I think, 8'6" or something when I was born, and my husband almost weighed 11 pounds. And actually, when Pate came out of his mother, he broke her tailbone. So my doctor was like, it'll probably be the average of the two of your birth weights, and I'm just like, oh my God, please. Unfortunately, I'm not able to have a natural childbirth because of my back surgery, so I'm going to have an epidural, although right now they're concerned about the epidural because I have so much scar tissue. So it might be possible that I might have to have a C-section, but we're not quite sure yet. So I'm really, hopefully I can deliver him vaginally, which is what I really want to do, obviously, and I want to be able to push him out. And I really would like to do a natural childbirth because I feel like I've been through Biggest Loser, I could do this, you know, although I know childbirth is way worse. But because of my disc situation, if I slip a disc during labor, they're really concerned about that. So I'm not gonna be able to do that. But anyway, if you have any advice, please leave it below in the comments about my last weeks being pregnant. I'm very excited to get this baby out and excited to start my maternity leave. I'm also, I've been banned from exercising outside because of the heat, which has been really hard because I'm used to being able to be outside as much as I want. And so I'm kind of just like on the gym track, like walking at this point. I'm excited to get back in the gym, obviously, but I really want to take this time and give my body a rest, which I think I've really done a good job of. I couldn't really work out as much as I wanted to because in the beginning of my pregnancy, funny enough, I was on the treadmill and I threw up. And then the next week I was on the elliptical and I threw up. So the gym I was going to ask me to wait until after my first trimester to come back, and I was having like some dizzy issues too, and so my doctor was like, I'm gonna need you to pull back on some of your regular routines. So I haven't been able to go to boot camp, I haven't been able to do the things that I'm used to doing. However, I know it's for the greater good and it's for my baby, so I'm excited about that. My nephew's turning 1, which I'm so excited about too, and I'm just excited for my little boy and him to be super close. So yeah, so this video is really just about being able to talk about the way you feel when you're pregnant, or if you're not pregnant, if you're overweight or you're underweight and you're not feeling good about yourself. I feel like you should be able to talk about that to someone without someone criticizing you and saying whatever. Like someone said to me, I made a comment about I was really hot today at lunch at work because I'm still working full time, and she said, I'm so sick of hearing pregnant women complain. And I just wanted to say, even if I wasn't pregnant and I was hot, I should be able to complain. You know, I just feel like you're not allowed to say anything about your body while you're pregnant because you're carrying a baby. And, you know, this is my body, and if I'm not super 100% comfortable and I'm, you know, people have said, well, it's just because, you know, you have body image issues because of the Biggest Loser and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I worked really hard. I lost 120 pounds and have been able to maintain a healthy weight for 5 years. And even though I've gone, you know, I could always lose 10 pounds or so, you know, but I mean, this was hard. It was hard knowing that you're going to gain weight, not knowing how much, and not being able to really control it, you know. And I am a curvy girl, so my hips are bigger, my arms are a little bit bigger, you know, my legs are definitely bigger. I have more cellulite right now than I normally do, you know, and those are the things that made me insecure before. So I'm really trying to work on that and focus on, of course, my husband thinks I look beautiful and tells me that every day. You know, I don't blow dry my hair or fix my hair. Like, look how dark my roots are. Like, it's been more difficult. And so I really want to talk about that, and I wanted to encourage other people that are pregnant or want to be pregnant or even just struggling, that it's okay to not feel your 100% best, and to not feel totally beautiful and glowing and romantic like Kourtney Kardashian does when she's pregnant. You know, I don't feel that way. In the beginning, I just looked chubby and no one knew I was pregnant, so that was a really hard thing for me too. And so I really wanted to talk about that and encourage other moms or other people who are going through a transformation or their body's changing, that it's okay to be honest about it, and it's okay to say it's not your favorite time, as long as you're working towards the better goal. And I know that once I hold my son, it's all going to be worth it, of course, and I'll forget about this whole time. But I'll take any words of encouragement you have in the comments, and not just words of encouragement, but if you have any advice on childbirth or the next couple weeks, or things I can do to keep moving around, because walking is just getting really, really old, and I really want to pick up weights and do the things that I'm not supposed to be doing right now. So I'll take all of your comments and suggestions and high fives and whatever advice that you can give me, I'll take, because I am new at this. It's my first one, and I'm going to be a new mom. Yeah, and Olivia and I are excited about the next year. You know, Olivia's going to have a nephew for the first time, which she hasn't experienced, which is really amazing, and really excited about that. So don't forget to like this video if you can, and subscribe, of course. But also, I would love to get a dialogue going in the comments of what you think about this topic, and what pregnancy and weight gain meant for you, or what it could mean for you in the future. Is it high anxiety? Is it not? Are you fine with it? Are you not? It's just a really interesting topic. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully I won't be filming from my bed, my messy unmade bed, because I don't make my bed while I'm pregnant, or any other time really, except for when company comes over. Yeah, and we'll just see you next time. Bye.